So this is a recording about smoking weed and the motivations for it. So when smoking weed, it's either to be cool, to kind of establish your status, or to get some sort of position, or it's just to get high, to get some sort of effect, some sort of opiate effect, some sort of feeling of elevation or relaxation. Um, However, when we smoke marijuana and or cannabis or weed, whatever you want to call it, we create a chemical imbalance in the brain, which is it's an artificial condition that the brain tries to counteract. It's a mild form of brain damage. It makes you ugly and retarded. I'm considerably more ugly now than I was. That ugliness comes from smoking tobacco and years of cannabis use. As people grow up, their social contacts fade away. And so those high school buddies that you used to smoke weed with, that circle kind of narrows until you've got just one or two friends that you're smoking weed with, and then it gets nasty. Um, it becomes psychologically abusive, where it's a lot of name calling, uh, insults, comparisons, um, it's a lot of put downs, and so you'll find you have to isolate. You realize, oh, this isn't working. This cannabis is not working because my peers are getting nasty with me and are insulting me, and they're not stopping. So before long, as your social contacts fade, you find yourself at the general practitioner's office, the doctor, and you're kind of doctor shopping, seeing if you can get an excuse to be sick, or to be sick as an excuse. Um, the doctor prescribes drugs in a pill form, so the medication that's prescribed, and that also creates a chemical imbalance, and so the chemical imbalance gets worse over time. So weed, cannabis, marijuana, the whatever you want to call it, it is a gateway into the pharmaceutical industry. Uh, Chemical imbalances are created by substance use of all kinds. It usually starts with vodka, cannabis, and caffeine. It later escalates into prescribed olanzapine, it's also known as Zyprexa, uh, other antipsychotics such as aproprizole, also known as Abilify, and other SSRIs are also prescribed. Also, a doctor can and will prescribe benzos and zopiclone for sleep. And those are addictive. Those are very addictive and create a chemical imbalance. And you'll find yourself adapting and depending on the pharmacy and the pharmacist. An essential dependency there, a lack of mobility. You just become rigid. So why wasn't cannabis enough? Um, the main reason is because it's the isolation that kills you. You cannot sustain those early friendships through high school through substance use, because people turn on you and they get nasty and they insult you and they put you down and they compare you to the unflattering comparisons, and it's it's a it's a biting thing. Um, cannabis habit is also expensive. It burns a hole through your wallet. Tobacco easily gets mixed in with joints, so cannabis is also a gateway to tobacco addiction. And somebody who can no longer smoke cannabis if you've been ordered by the authorities not to smoke it, they will let you smoke cigarettes. and that will make you old looking and ugly looking. And so, drug use really it ages you. It just it makes you old. You know, I look terrible, and that's because of the substance use. And yeah, I miss my youth. I miss being young, and I certainly would never recommend a young person to do anything that's going to age you prematurely and make you less intelligent and more ugly, because that's what drugs do, no matter what it is. Um, Cannabis is a gateway to much harder drugs, and cannabis creates a chemical imbalance, and so do all the pharmaceuticals that they prescribe to you as well. So your best bet is to not stop, don't stop playing sports, don't stop being active, um, be competent and employable, and work hard and work smart. And that call center life, working at a call center as a service rep, all sorts of bad things will happen at work. You, because you're depressed and you're not feeling well, and your relationships are falling apart outside of work. A lot of call center reps, not a lot of them, but some will resort to call shunting, which is you put the customer on hold, you transfer them to another department, a cold transfer. Um, you stop working, and because of that, there's a penalization. So they either terminate you at your job or they give you a diagnosis, a label, a mental health label, and that's a disciplinary measure that you get when you're working for a corporation. So if you're making good money at a corporation, you're in danger, because if you screw if you screw up at work and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, they won't fire you, they won't terminate you. They'll just give you a mental health diagnosis, and you'll quit on your own. You'll self-destruct, and they don't have to fire you. You'll fire yourself. Um, that's what I learned the hard way. You know, that's I learned the hard way not to get involved in substances of any kind, and getting a decent job and a decent pay is actually quite dangerous, because they're paying you good money, and if they've got the money to pay you that well, they've also got the money to send you to a psychologist or psychiatrist, and then you're in the game of psychiatry, which is highly unpleasant. It's very painful, and so yeah, I hope you learn something. I hope you pay attention to what I'm saying. Don't do substances, and keep playing sports. Keep working hard at school. Work hard, work smart. And that's all I have to say for now. Thanks.